Hello, and welcome to Lifestyle Management. My name is Steve Miller, and I'm the faculty for this course. Now, what I want to do to get you started is to give you an orientation of the Blackboard, and in particular, just how to access everything, and so you don't have any troubles. Now, those of you who have been here in September for fall semester, you will probably recognize this is not the way that Blackboard looked like the last time you've seen it. We're upgrading to a new version of Blackboard Ultra, and we're doing it in stages. So this is just the Blackboard navigation part. So this is just what looks different for us for the most part. Now, everything on the left-hand side are the access points, and there's only really a few things that you probably need to know about right off, but I'm going to only focus on coming over to courses. But I wanted to point out to you, if you've noticed, that the Blackboard support images all seem to be located or focused on faculty. When we get into, and I'm sure that when you log in and have seen your institution page, it probably has Blackboard support for students. Now, something I'll point out to you, because it's kind of, it would be useful, is that there is your student portal. You'll see an image I posted there that access your student portal. There's a lot of resources there for you for your whole academic career while here. And in particular, there's some specific supports for hybrid and remote learning, which you can access from the Georgian College website. So I would encourage you to use those. Now, the other thing that you should probably know, and you may already know, and this is an asynchronous online course. Now, that really just means that we don't have a specific time on a calendar or on your course selection, because there's not a class time. You can take an asynchronous class any day of the week, any time of the day. So there are advantages and disadvantages, and one of the biggest disadvantages is the need for time management, because you might have courses that might be in class, you might have courses that are synchronized, but asynchronous, you have to manage it more on your own, and so time management is really important. So one of the things that I would really highly recommend is treat this class like you do the courses that you have that are synchronous or that could be in an in-class environment, where you have 3-hour classes. You might want to block off 3 hours for this class in a calendar that you can dedicate 3 hours every week to this class. That way you won't fall behind, and you will get things done, and you will be successful in getting a very good grade in this course. Okay, now I think we'll get started. The first thing I want to do is let's find our course shell, and let me get you to something that you'll recognize when you get into Blackboard yourself. So we'll go to courses, just click on that. Now what you're seeing for the most part are the courses that I teach, and this may not look quite like what you'll see. So we're going to go get into Lifestyle Management. Now this on the side here might look more familiar. However, we are looking at it from a faculty view. I'm going to turn this into student view. There we go. So this is probably what those of you who were here in the fall have seen in Blackboard before. This doesn't look dramatically different. And the announcements is what you'll first get to when you get into your shell for Lifestyle Management. In this case, we have an announcement for the quiz. The quiz is basically going to be done on this video plus your syllabus. And so this video is an orientation video, and I'm just going to be quizzing you on some things that you should know as a student in this class that will help you be successful, and some things in the syllabus. Now, with any test that is being offered and in the announcement, it provides you with a link. So you can either navigate to weekly learning based on your syllabus and then click on week 1 and you'll see that quiz, or you can just click here. Now all announcements will be here, they'll be listed. Now there's a few places you might want to look at when you get here. I'm only going to focus, I've tried to limit my options here for you so that you don't get lost in the navigation. So how to contact Steve is likely what you're going to want to at least record that information. Everything that we will be doing will be in weekly learnings. However, if there's any tools you may need or you want to look at your grades, those two links will be also useful. So let's start with how to contact Steve Miller. Now, I'm going to give this preface to you right now to begin, that you can see an image there where I've got this white beard. And the videos that I have for content are me before I had that white beard. I grew that white beard for COVID. Now, the images that you will see in the content, I appear much younger, when in fact I'm not. It's what whiteness does to a person as they get older. So those videos in the content are a little bit, a year and a half, 2 years old, 2.5 years old. There's been no change in the textbook, no change in the contents, and there's been no update on the video. I will be updating those videos because it feels uncomfortable to have a gray beard and have this young looking face in the videos. It doesn't seem like it matches. Okay, so we're going to go. So here, that's my email, steve.miller@georgiancollege.ca. Now it's important that when you email me, only use your Georgian College account. I cannot respond to personal emails, and that comes from the Ontario Privacy Commission. Now when you do email me, there's a protocol. I will respond to emails Monday to Friday with the exception of Wednesday. Wednesday I make more videos. Now, when you do email me, there is an email protocol which I require you to follow. It helps me be more helpful to you. So the first, make sure you include a subject. No subject, no response. I don't know what it's referred to, so please add a subject. You must have your name attached to the email, and you should be identifying which class you're in. The reason being is that if you don't reference your class, I have 4 classes of which have different assignments for each one. If you're asking a question about an assignment, I probably can't answer it. So that's the protocol, and it should be followed. Now, if you prefer to have a WebEx meeting with me, my meeting room link is here, but what I'll do is you email me with the appropriate protocol recommending a time and a date you'd like to meet. I'll respond with I can do that, or I can't, an alternative date, but I'll throw the URL link from my WebEx room in the email so you can just quickly click on that. And I'll open up the room about 5 minutes before our scheduled time, just in case you're there early. Okay, so that's how to contact me. Please feel free to email me anytime. I will only, of course, respond during the specified times that I've indicated. Now, what we'll do now is I want to spend the bulk of our time looking at the weekly learning based on the syllabus. Now, when we get into this area, I have the where you can get your syllabus assignment and journal right up the top here, and some additional support videos that you may find useful. But if I scroll through this page, you'll see it goes week 1, week 2, week 3, and if I go all the way down to the bottom, we get to week 14. That's what the basics of what your syllabus does, is breaks it down into week to week what the content will be and what the expectations will be. You'll notice that there is red highlighting. The red is really telling you there's something there for you that's worth grades, or there's something there to remind you about a due date. The orange is just really telling you what the content is. All right, so let's begin exploring here. Now, the first thing we'll look at is syllabus assignment and journal. Now, every folder will have a list of what's in the folder, so it shouldn't be too hard to find things if you're in this area. Let's look and see our syllabus, our assignment, and our journal. I've also put a semester planner in there. It helps you keep some of your content organized for assignments for all your classes, and a course outline. So we click on the folder link, and it pulls up our available stuff. Now, the first thing is there's your lifestyle management syllabus. It's a PDF. You just click on it and it will open. You can download it or print it, but either way, I would like you to have that done so that you can put the dates into a calendar and not forget or not miss any tests, journals, or assignments. Now, the video that I've made walks you through this document, and I highlight some key things that will be important. For the assignment, it's a goal-setting assignment. And in this document, I explain what gets done and what has to, you look at the rubrics, you look at the expectations, but the video I've also explained it a little bit more detail. There's your journals. And the semester planner, I'll change that to a document, a PDF. Oh, I did. It's a PDF. Never mind. And your course outline. Now, your course outline is kind of like our agreement, our contract, if you will. It indicates what you'll get, what you'll be exposed to in this particular course and what your expectations are, how the grades will be distributed. And if you're going to another post-secondary institution to continue your post-secondary education, you might be taking a course where you think that I've taken that already. You'll need this to demonstrate the content of the course that you've taken that you might get an exemption for in another institution. So you need that document. All right, let's continue on. Now I want to go through just kind of quickly some of the support videos, and I've indicated there's an online success tips, and in this I talk a little bit about some time management strategies, your internet connectivity. That's something that's on your responsibility. If your internet's not that strong, there are some things that you can do to improve it. If you're taking a test and you have a weak signal and the signal drops you off the test, I can't help you with your internet connectivity. You need to look after that. So I've given you some tips there. And then there's also one about how to access the supports. I also have some using your device, whether it's your iPhone or your smartphone, your tablet. It has a calendar in it, so it's about time management, and I'll help you with that as well. And then all documents that you're going to submit must be PDF formatted documents. And if you don't know how to make it, there's a video in here on how to do it. So let's look. Whoop. Oh, nuts. I will put them in there. I thought I had done it. My bad. I'll do it, and when you watch this video and you go into this folder, it'll be supported. My bad. Let's take a chance on week 1 and see what we find there. Okay, yeah, I have focused on everything, so I'm sorry. I will put up those resources. Now there's your quiz. It's available till January 28th at 5 p.m. So you have just about 3 weeks to make as many attempts as you want to answer the questions, and you'll find those answers in this video, plus your assignment, your syllabus will also have some of the answers in it as well. So if we were to click on this, now your test will operate in this very same way. Even though this is labeled as a quiz, when we do test 1, 2, and 3, they will operate just the same as this. And all you do is you click on it. It takes you into an environment where you have the instructions, again reminding you of the due date and what you have to do. Then you come down and you click begin. And it will offer you one question at a time. You provide the response, you click on move to the next question, and so on. Now this quiz is for 10 marks. It's worth the same as all the other journals, and it's really just to get you started on the right foot. So please, good luck on this, and make sure you give it a good shot, and you can, like I said, make several attempts. Okay, now for an example, here's a video. Now I'm going to show you that basically it's pretty straightforward. Just click on it. We get started. Well, let's go full screen. And it looks a little blurry. It seems that Blackboard changes everything in the settings from high definition to 360. So just go and correct it. Oh, interesting. Okay, we'll go to the highest level that it provides. I'm sorry about that. It should be high definition, so it should be fine. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of how to make those adjustments. Okay, Now I want to show you a journal now to make sure you know how to do a journal. Oh, and did you notice? I'm going to go back and, no, I'll do it again another time here. Just a sec. Journal, journal, journal. There's journal 2 in week 4. There's some video there, and then there's your journal right down here. And all the journals work the same way. I indicate what the date for the closure is, so the last day it's available, that it must be done in a PDF document or typed in. So let's have a look and see what it looks like. So I will provide some instruction, the due date, and I really emphasize 3 paragraphs or more, not less and not sentences, okay? This is about your being thorough and complete and genuine with what you've learned from watching, in this case, these 2 videos. And you just need to do a reflection. Now let me show you how to do that. Now, if we go up to the top left-hand corner where it says create a journal entry, and we click on it, after you've watched the videos, you come here and the asterisk just means you must fill it in. It won't post without you filling it in. So just put in journal 2. This space down here is where you can type directly into the journal after you've watched the videos, or you can come back at a later time after watching them and post in here. So you can either type directly and then come down here and post the entry, or if your preference is to write it in a Word document or a Pages document, and then I would like you to save it as a PDF because it's a PDF only, then you come down to browse the local file, find the PDF that is your journal entry, then once posted, you post the entry and you've done your journal. That's it. So let's cancel that. And we'll come back out to weekly learning. Okay, now I think basically that's all I really want to show you, and what you need for your quiz. Oh, I know one other thing I should bring up to you now is I've put all these dates here for due dates for you so you don't lose track of what things have to be done, and I do that deliberately because we are both bound by the college policies on writing tests and assignments in the appropriate time and space. There is no extensions. We both need to adhere to the college policy, so I would encourage you to check them out and be familiar that if there is any need for extensions, they must be done in specific ways. One way, which would be if you have documentation of an ongoing disability, please make contact with the student services and the disability specialists who will review your documentation and then provide the accommodations and inform me of what it is that I am going to do to support you. Now, if something happens in the course of the semester, you must be informing me before due dates, because tests and assignments and everything needs to be done during the time. And so it's really important that you time manage. Okay? I know that sounds like a very strong message, and I'm not trying to be frightening of you, but I am trying to make sure that we are both on the same page. So I hope this has been helpful. This is a very enjoyable course, and I think and I hope that you will learn an awful lot about yourself, and I hope that your goal setting turns out to be something that you carry on with after the semester. All right, everybody. I hope this has been helpful. I look forward to seeing you in another video. So for now, goodbye.